Martin blows by Griner. 2 more places, and the lead is 10.
Remember when everyone thought Brittney Griner was unstoppable? Well, guess what? Kate Martin just schooled her like it was nothing in her jaw-dropping debut for the LA Basketball Club in the new Unrivaled league. Martin blew past Griner for an easy layup, leaving the Olympic star in the dust.
Chisels out space. Money Martin. Oh, yeah.
You gotta love Money Martin. Kate Martin, just an excellent shooter. She runs the floor so well. One of the things that Coach Wade talked about was coming into this league being in shape, and Kate has done a great job of being prepared and running the floor.
But that was just the beginning. Martin went on to dominate the game, racking up a double-double and snagging a team high 10 rebounds, and get this, she did it against a team stacked with Olympians. But here's the reality. Martin's breakout performance isn't just luck. It's the result of a grueling off-season training regimen that would make most R-Cry want to know what it takes to go from overlooked to unstoppable. Stick around, because Kate Martin's story is about to change everything you thought you knew about making it in women's professional basketball.
And Kate Martin with a great decision, knowing Griner coming out, there's no way for her to be in 2 places at one time. And I love the motor that Kate Martin plays with. She recognizes if she has a shot, if it's not there, she gives it up. Just a smart IQ.
Kate Martin just took David versus Goliath to another level during her Unrivaled opener, and it was a sight to behold. Picture this Kate Martin, the former bench warmer, squaring off against Olympic superstar Brittney Griner. Nobody gave Kate a second thought. The Laces' massive underdogs against the Phantoms' star-studded lineup. But here's where things get interesting from the jump. Kate blew past Griner for an easy layup, leaving everyone's jaws on the floor. And that was just the appetizer throughout the game. Kate didn't just hold her own, she straight up dominated at every turn. Rebounds, Kate snatched them. Points, Kate racked them up.
Concentrating on free throws, which is probably something that they may need to take a little time to do.
Money Martin. It's Kate Martin down that left side.
Okay, Money Martin, I see.
You know what's wild? While Griner struggled to make an impact, Kate was busy putting up a double-double. The crowd went absolutely bonkers as Kate made her look like she was the rookie, not the seasoned pro. It wasn't just about Kate's individual performance, though the entire LA's team was on fire, shooting an impressive 56.9% from the field and draining 13 three-pointers. Talk about teamwork, making the dream work. And you know who hit the game-winning shot. You guessed it.
Martin with 7 on the shot clock. Thomas back to Martin for the win!
Nice.
Miss Money Martin!
A commentator hit the nail on the head, saying Kate Martin looked real good on both ends of the floor. She does a lot of things, well, maybe not one thing spectacularly, but she does a lot of things well. And isn't that just the perfect summary of Kate's game? She's not flashy, but she gets the job done, and then some.
Hey, it's Kate Martin. Here's a quick look at our welcome day at Unrivaled. We started with the Fan Fest area. I met all the players and staff who are part of this special first season. Next, we stepped onto the show court. The lights, the colors, it's amazing. And we toured the facility, starting with the weight room, packed with everything we'll need.
You know what the Phantom might have had? Their Olympic dream team. But Kate Martin just turned their gold medals into participation trophies. Let's talk about how this supposedly not flashy player managed to outshine not 1, but 3 Olympians in a single game. Picture this: the Laces are facing off against a Phantom squad that stacked Sabrina Ionescu, Satu Sabali, and Brittney Griner, a trio that could probably take on the monsters from Space Jam and come out on top on paper. The Laces didn't stand a snowball's chance. And Kate Martin, she was barely a footnote compared to these superstars.
Kate Martin, high energy, younger player, the rookie of our group, right? The youngest player. She brings a joy and a sense of fun to our group.
But here's the thing about basketball. It's not played on paper. As the game unfolded, It became clear that someone forgot to tell Kate she was supposed to be intimidated while the Phantom Stars were busy shooting bricks. Kate was everywhere. She was grabbing rebounds, dishing out assists, and draining threes, like it was nothing.
Aside from all that, and the high-level quality character that she is, she brings a high-level shooting ability to our floor as well.
I think I started something. Got what I wanted.
She's going to prove not only to this league, but the rest of the world that she belongs at this level.
You want to know the real kicker. While Ionescu, Sabally, and Griner were struggling to find their rhythm, Kate's unselfish play was elevating her entire team. It was like watching a master conductor leading an orchestra. Every pass, every shot, every defensive move was in perfect harmony. The LA's teamwork started to overwhelm the Phantoms' individual talents, and suddenly, those Olympic medals were looking about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. Music. The Laces were a well-oiled machine, destroying the Phantom 86-48. You heard that right. It was a 380 blowout. Kate's former Las Vegas Aces teammate, Tiffany Hayes, got in on the action, notching her own double-double with 14 points and 10 assists. All WNBA star Alyssa Thomas scored 18, while Kayla McBride was red-hot, scoring 28 points, hitting 7 three-pointers along the way. Stephanie Dolson rounded up the team with 14 points of her own. Let's be real for a second. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. Analysts had been falling over themselves to praise the Phantoms' star-studded lineup, but while they were busy polishing the All-Star trophy cases, Kate Martin was in the gym, getting ready to turn their predictions into confetti.
Excellent play. They have had great connection three. Here it is again, Alyssa Thomas. Just easy bounce pass. Smart heads-up play by Money Martin to finish for the win.
Guess what? By the time the final buzzer sounded, Kate had outperformed Sabally and Griner combined. Yeah, you heard that, right? Our girl Kate, the one who was supposed to be a bench warmer, posted better stats across the board than two of the most celebrated players in the game. But wait, there's more. This wasn't just a good game, it was a statement. Kate Martin didn't just show up, she arrived. She grabbed the spotlight and then used it to illuminate every doubter who ever questioned her place in the league.
I feel really grateful to be in the position I'm in, and I honestly did not expect to have any fans when I came here. I had no expectations in that sort of way, and I think fans liked that. I don't know.
Now I know what you're thinking. Where did this version of Kate come from? How does a player go from being a footnote on the Las Vegas Aces bench to dominating Olympic-level talent? Well, my friends, that's a story that's about to get real interesting.
I don't really get it, honestly. If I'm being honest, at the end of the day, I don't get it, but I feel super grateful for it. And so it gives me a little bit of confidence. It makes me feel good when I hear the fans cheer for me when I'm checking in. So I really appreciate that.
You know what Kate Martin's journey from Iowa's unsung hero to the Aces' forgotten gem is about to make your jaw drop harder than the Phantoms' defense. Let's rewind the tape and see how a second-round draft pick turned into the AC's biggest missed opportunity.
Looking at the mock drafts online and just seeing, if my name was, in the conversation at all. And I didn't have an agent at the time, so I was kind of in the dark. And I was just talking to my coaches at Iowa, asking, have you heard anything, what's going on?
Kate wasn't just Caitlyn Clark's sidekick. She was the silent force propelling the Hawkeyes to back-to-back national title games, averaging 13.1 points and 6.8 rebounds in her final season. Kate was the glue holding that team together. But when draft day rolled around, the basketball gods decided to play a little joke on music Her enter the Las Vegas Aces, a team so stacked with talent. They featured 6 Olympians in their roster. They scooped up Kate in the second round, probably thinking they'd struck gold. And at first, it looked like they had Kate hit the ground, running, averaging a solid 19.3 minutes in her first 10 games. Not bad for a rookie, right? But here's where things get interesting. As the season wore on, Kate's playing time started to shrink faster than A'ja Wilson's ego. After a loss, by the time the playoffs rolled around, our girl was barely seeing 3 minutes of action. Talk about a fall from grace.
The top-selling WNBA player merch, Caitlyn Clark, #1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about this earlier in the season.
Now, most players would have thrown in the towel content to warm the bench and collect a paycheck, but not Kate Martin while her teammates were busy posing for Instagram. Kate was in the gym, grinding away her mantra. This league is all about opportunity, and you just need one shot right now.
Now Hayes takes a peek. Skip pass, Martin. Yes!
Martin, yes, even as her minutes dwindled, and Chelsea Gray's return pushed her further down the rotation. Kate kept her head high. She wasn't just riding the pine, she was studying the game, absorbing everything like a basketball sponge. Her teammates started calling her Money. Martin for her knack of being in the right place at the right time. Too bad. The Aces coaching staff seemed to have misplaced their glasses.
I feel sad that Kate Martin also hasn't gotten as much playing time the second half of the season. I feel like she deserves more, or maybe she deserves a different team.
As the Aces season came to a close, Kate's future looked about as certain as a ref's call in a close game. But remember what I said about opportunity. Enter the Golden State Valkyries swooping in during the expansion draft like basketball's version of a fairy godmother.
From the Las Vegas Aces, the Golden State Valkyries select guard Kate Martin.
Applause. Music. Morton. Okay, let's talk about Kate Martin's golden ticket out of bench warmer. You think she was excited to ditch the Aces? Pinewell. Just wait until you see how fans reacted when the Golden State Valkyries swooped in and snatched her up in the expansion draft. It was like Christmas came early for Kate Martin, fans everywhere.
Talk about Kate Martin. First of all, Natalie Nakase has experience in the NBA. She has experience in a championship WNBA team. What's important? Corner threes. That is where Kate Martin thrived this past season. 38% on corner three specifically. That floor spacing ability that Kate Martin's going to bring.
Now, some folks might have scratched their heads at this pick. I mean, building a franchise around a player who barely saw court time last season. That's a bold strategy. But here's the reality. Valkyries fans went absolutely bonkers. Social media exploded. We're talking tweets. Like Kate Martin is free from the Aces, and if Kate Martin is really a Valkyrie, I love that for her. She's going to have a much bigger role on that team and be able to really develop.
I'm really excited. This league is all about opportunity, and, you just need one shot, right? And I am very thankful for the Aces and everything I got to learn there, but I'm really excited for this new beginning and to build something from the ground up here with the Valkyries.
But hold up, it gets better. Coach Natalie Nakase, who's seen Kate's potential up close during their time with the Aces, is practically salivating at the chance to unleash Martin's full arsenal. She's not just seeing a role player, she's seeing a potential franchise. Cornerstone Nakase gushed, "I'm excited for their competitiveness, high character, and their never-satisfied mindset. That's exactly what I was looking for." Translation, Kate Martin is about to go from bench warmer to basketball star. And Coach Nikki's got the blueprint.
Coach Nakase is somebody you're going to want to run through a brick wall for. She's a truth teller. She's going to be honest with you, but she matches that with love and support 100%. So those are the kind of coaches that you just want to give your all for, and I'm super grateful that we got to build a relationship in Las Vegas, and we get to continue that in San Francisco.
And let me tell you, The fans are already chomping at the bit during the expansion draft. Guess who got the loudest cheer? Yep, our girl Kate. She hasn't even suited up for the Valkyries yet, and she's already the fan favorite. But wait, there's more. The suits upstairs are pretty jazzed too. Analysts are calling Kate's selection a money move for the franchise. Why? Because Kate's not just bringing her skills to the Valkyries. She's bringing an army of fans ready to snatch up every piece of merch with her name on it.
My focus has just been getting better. I mean, all around. I had a decent rookie season, but I just know something that's really cool about me is that my ceiling is very high. So I have a lot of room to grow. Always working on my shot, always working on being quicker, but really being able to handle the ball a little bit more and freedom of my feet and defense. I know Coach Nakase hangs her hat on defense, and I want to be able to be somebody who can, lock down the number one, number two option on the other teams.
So here we are in the span of one expansion draft. Kate Martin's gone from warming the bench to being the heart and soul of a brand new WNBA team. Talk about a glow-up, right? But don't think for a second that Kate's letting this newfound fame to her head. You know what? While everyone's been busy talking about Kate Martin's epic debut, there's a whole other story brewing behind the scenes. Remember, when we thought pro athletes trained hard in the off-season? Well, Kate's about to make those workouts look like a walk in the park.
We start the workout off with a movement series, working on our foot striking ability, doing an upright stance, something you might see with sprinters. Then some easy rhythm work on the court before going to the weight room. We use the weight room to help support our training on the court. So working on specific postures, positions, and how we express our strength explosively. We don't just want to be strong in a given lift, we want to be strong when we move. That's where I think some carries can be really useful for upper body work, along with learning how to use your body to actually push and move someone else's body.
Let's be real for a second. Kate didn't just hit the gym. After that expansion draft, she practically moved in. But here's where things get wild. She's not just pumping iron and running laps. Nope. Kate's gone full mad scientist with her training regimen, and it's so bonkers, it might just work. Picture this. Kate's out there tapping balloons, mid-air, like some kind of basketball ninja. Why, it's all about that sweet, sweet body control. And just when you think it can't get weirder, she's chasing frisbees around like a hyperactive puppy. But don't laugh. That's her secret sauce for explosive acceleration.
It's like the Iowa legend herself, Kate Martin. Like a defensive back, we want to stay low, push to move, and cover some ground. We have to fight to stay in front of the offense, constantly staying low to move, and never letting the rope get tight.
But wait, there's more. Kate's trainer, Maxwell Schmarzo, isn't messing around. He's got Kate doing things that would make even seasoned pros cry uncle. We don't just want to be strong in a given lift. We want to be strong when we move. Charo says translation. Kate's not just getting strong, she's getting basketball strong. Guess what happened? When Kate hit the court, after all this crazy training, she touched the rim 4 times in a row. 4 times in a row. Schmarzo was so shocked. He blurted out, "Oh my goodness, did she just touch the rim?" Yeah, she did. Maxwell. And she's just getting started
Working with Kate Martin today, and oh my goodness, did she just touch the rim?
But it's not all physical. Kate's also hitting the books. Well, sort of. She's working with sports psychologists to build that mental toughness because, let's face it, all the balloon tapping in the world won't help if your head's not in the game.
Acceleration Day with Kate Martin. Yes, the Iowa legend. Even though she's a pro, we start off playing games with a frisbee. Why? Because it's fun, but secondly, it's competitive. When I tell you to go throw a frisbee, chase after it, and catch it, you're gonna run after it as fast as you can. And guess what that's called? Acceleration. So that's what we're working on.
Kate Martin isn't just training to be good. She's training to be unstoppable while other players are posting beach pics on Instagram. Kate's not just working on her jump shot or running a few extra laps. She's diving into explosive strength training agility drills that would make your head spin and skill work. that's pushing her limits daily. It's like she's building a whole new Kate Martin 2.0, and the league better watch out. But here's the thing, what we've seen so far, well, let's just say the sky isn't even close to the limit. For our girl Kate, do you agree? Let us know in the comments, like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.